Florian, the new deck to beat. Hello and welcome to the table, and today I'm going to be doing kind of a deck summary overview, just kind of talk about Florian and his deck and just what I think he's going to be like going into the new meta, because I think he's going to be actually really good. His deck is really solid, and I just want to talk about him. This isn't going to be a full deck tech video, because I'm not sure if this is going to be the final list yet, but I highly doubt that a ton is going to change when I do put the actual deck tech up for this deck. So, let's talk about this deck. Talk about Florian, Rotwood Harbinger, hey, we all know it at this point. If a certain amount of Earth cards are in the Banish Zone, 8 specifically, you get to make an extra Aura token every time you create Aura tokens. And then this has some absolutely incredible cards. It's got a great weapon, 2 for usually 4, but even a 2 for 2 sometimes is honestly not that terrible. Face Purgatory is an amazing legendary headpiece for this deck. Hardened Crossstrap, for kind of a slower version, kind of a more mid-rangey version of the deck, Hardened Crossstrap is a really good piece of equipment. Then there's Sutcliffe Suede Hides. This card's just awesome. I love this card. This is a really good way to get go again, because this is a Runeblade deck. There are going to be a ton of non-attack actions being played in this deck, and you can only give a thing go again for 1 resource as an attack reaction if you have played a non-attack. Vexing Quillhand. Do I need to explain why this card's good? No. It's got Arcane Barrier. It makes Rune Chance. That's it. That's all you really need to know. But then the main deck, obviously, you want to be doing a ton of Rune Chant creating, Arcane Cussing, Deadwood Dirging, the Arcane Cussing to make a mazillion Rune Chants, Arcane Seeds making a mazillion Rune Chants, Malefic Incantation, Rune Blood Incantation, Splintering Deadwood, all making Rune Chants, Thistle Bloom making some Rune Chants, Germinate making some Rune Chants, Sigil of the Deadwood making some Rune Chants, and Blue Malefic Incantation making some Rune Chants, and Dread Triptych making some Rune Chants as well. Just a really good late game card if you get into the second cycle. This card's just freaking incredible. I love this card. But in addition to making all these Rune Chants, you want to make sure that you can get Earth cards into the graveyard so that they can then be banished. So tons of good Earth cards in this deck. Gotta have Autumn's Touch, Fruits of the Forest, just absolutely incredible Earth cards. Tons of ways to decompose, Blossoming Decay, Cadaverous Tilling, Felling of the Crown, Root-Bound Carapace, Plow Under is another one, and then just some more Earth cards kind of in the blue area so that you can block with them, you can pitch with them, you can do some stuff with them. Blue Autumn's Touch, Blue Fruits of the Forest, I love Fruits of the Forest, it's such a good card. And just having really good Earth cards, having really good ways to make Rune Chants, having just really solid cards in general, and just overall, just a really solid deck. And it's good at blocking, it's good at attacking, it's just good in every sense. If it needs to pivot, it can pivot. If it needs to go on the offensive, it totally can, because of the power that this deck can generate with the Arcane Cussing, Deadwood Dirge combo, by playing out a mazillion ways to make Rune Chants, Malefic Incantation, Rune Blood Incantation, or just playing some massive Earth cards like Cadaverous Tilling or Felling of the Crown. It's just an overall, just incredible deck. But then, getting into the sideboard, it kind of is both a way to, if the deck needs to be slower, add these cards. If the deck needs to be quicker, add these cards, stuff like that. So in longer matchups, which is what this deck is, what the sideboard of this deck is mostly designed to do, got cards like Reduce to Rune Chant, because there's always going to be Rune Chants on the board in some sense or another. So a lot of time this is going to be a 0/4 block defense reaction that makes a Rune Chant. 2 if Florian's ability is online, which is absurd. Earth's Embrace and Looming Doom are really good blue cards. Looming Doom is just good in the later portions when you get a ton of Rune Chants out, which, let me tell you, this deck does. You can play this, destroy them all, and then just do little bits and pieces of arcane damage over the course of a lot of time during the game. And then Earth's Embrace just making you a ton of embodiment of Earth tokens over the course of the game. It doesn't look like this deck would be decomposing a ton, but after playing some games with it on Talishar, it does. It decomposes a ton. And then Mordred Tide, you would think this would be in the main deck, but it actually really realistically shouldn't be. This card is more of like an aggressive card. If you really want to go super uber, like Runechain aggressive mode, Mordred Tide is a great way to kind of like allow you to do that. Just by just going full bore early on. Basically, this is a way to get an early version of Florian's ability instantaneously in the early portions of the game when you have these early game auras that make rune chants, or just cards that make rune chants, and just take advantage of them instantaneously without having to do the setup. And then Reaping Blade would be a good card for more aggressive matchups, because life gain is going to be a big thing for a lot of decks. I mean, life gain is in some decks in the meta right now, but it's going to be in a lot more decks thanks to this set, because, you know, Earth cards are now back. And life gain is like, hey, Reaping Blade shuts it off. Suck it, Verdance. So Reaping Blade is just a really good weapon in aggressive matches, and it's just good. And it's really good with Suede Hides. But then, obviously, you gotta have some good Arcane Barrier, or you got one with the Vexing Quillhand, but just 2 more Null Rune Boots and Null Rune Robe. You gotta make sure that no matter what, you have Face Purgatory, because this thing just does so much work. If you can get this thing to go off, which realistically, not that hard to do, God, does it give you some amazing tempo. But yeah, that's the deck. I just really like Florian right now. He's good at so many things. He's good at attacking. He's good at defending. He can be aggressive if he wants to be. He can be defensive if he wants to be. More so with the sideboard. He's really good at like preventing and dealing with arcane, because he's got a really good arcane barrier piece that's in the main deck. He's got some good ones in the sideboard. And it's just overall just an absolutely incredible deck with some incredible interaction and just some amazing cards. So yeah, Florian, Rotwood Harbinger, Rotwood's Reaper himself. This deck is absolutely incredible. Cannot wait to play. Cannot wait to show you all the final version of the deck once that's built, said, and done. So yeah, with all that aside, hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's completely free, war on credits, and have a great rest of your day, everybody.